After a year of testing strategies, I finally settled on my strategy. One setup, one session, and one pair. 1 to 1.5 R. Um, in the next 10 minutes, I'll walk you through the exact type of trades that I take. There's only 4 conditions that need to be met, and it's just been a game changer for me. Most ICT traders I see have 15 setups, or they don't even have a setup. They have concepts that they just try to bash in together. There's to trade silver bullet, Judah swing, midnight open, breaker blocks, order blocks, mitigation blocks. They're just trying to put things together and hoping it clicks. But you need to have a certain set of strategy. All those are building blocks. They're like the building blocks for your house, and then you need to build the house. You can't just put building blocks and expect to just have the house. You need to build it. Okay? So I'm gonna walk you through my exact setup. First of all, we need an S&T divergence. Second, we need a higher time frame order flow. So we need to trend with the trend, right? We don't want to take trades when we're bullish. We take shorts. That's not good. Third, we need to have an inverse fair value gap, and fourth, we need to have some sort of liquidity on the buy side. So equal highs, or we have a fair value gap that we're targeting. So let's see our exact setup. Yeah, so this is a perfect example. We have a bullish SMT at the open. ES took this low. So, sorry, NQ took this low and ES did not. So we have a bullish SMT, and so by the way, those 4 are the core confluences. But then we have extra confluence that makes us more comfortable taking the trade. For example, we're trading a macro. So macro is from 9:45. It's from here 9:45 to 9:50 to 10:10, right? So it's a 20-minute window, and that's macro. We have it also from 10:10 to 11:10, and that's also a macro. So here we are not trading inside a macro. We just got out of a macro. This could have been a trade, by the way. We take a short, but for me it would have been like a B setup. But this is really primed. So I entered here based on a fair value, like this inverse fair value gap. So we inversed this on a 2-minute, and I took it. So yeah, let's go through screenshots of trades I took this past week. So I took this on 15th of April. I took a long, and yeah, I didn't get the most optimal entry because of some sort of FOMO, or I just thought like this is a decent entry anyway, and I didn't want to be left behind because I was very confident in this. So we have again a bullish SMT, you see? So this is bullish. So NQ took this low while ES did not. NQ took here ES took this low while NQ did not. And then you can see here we have like a big response to the upside, and we have a fair value gap. So this would have been my most optimal entry. As you can see, like literally almost no drawdown, maybe 1 minute in drawdown, and just like directly to TP. We have another one here. I entered here based on the inverse fair value gap. We had 2 bullish SMTs, and while we are in a bullish order flow, literally my setup. So we have here a bullish SMT where NQ took out the low on the open, and here ES took out the low as well. NQ took out the low, and we inversed it. The moment we inversed it, I entered here based on the inverse fair value gap. I had some heat, but it paid off. Also, so I only trade when I say one setup, etc. So the setup is this 1 to 1.5 R. I only trade New York Open, and I only trade NQ. I'm not trying to trade 3-4 pairs, guys. Like trade one pair. Trust me. Like if you're struggling with one pair, don't try to trade 2. And if there's no trade on your pair, there's no setup, then that's you're practicing your patience. You're practicing your patience. So don't try to like, oh my God, there is no trade on this pair. There's no trade on gold, for example. Let's say you're trading gold. There's no trade on gold. Let me just go see what's happening in NQ. Let me go see what's happening in the Dow. Let me go see what's happening in silver. No, focus. Like sharp. You need to be sharp in your skill, right? Like, don't be a jack of all trades. Be a master of one. Like, master um, your pair. Okay, so we get it. Yeah, this was also a great trade. Yeah, so we have a bearish SMT here. As you can see, we have a bearish SMT. And I remember in this trade, we were like pumping and we need to see some kind of equilibrium, right? So yeah, I've just been watching it, and you can see like sometimes I get trades around this area, sometimes I get trade like like between 10 and 11. It really depends on the period. So now even my entry was not great. Like I entered based on this inverse fair value gap. This was the most optimal entry, this fair value gap. As you can see, we're like tapping it and the candles are not closing inside it. This is a sign of bearishness, right? So the market leaves signs that we can track, and we need to like get the hints and take the trades basically. So here you can see that like tapped it one time, two time, three time, four time, right? So here we're very, very bearish in my opinion. So I took this once I saw this because for me this is a change in state of delivery. It's also inversing this fair value gap, this fair value gap, and we're bearish. Yeah, we're bearish. Like we failed to take this high. We were bearish. So you can see, like even if I had a late entry, um, yeah, I had some heat, but then clean delivery in my opinion, right? So guys, trade one pair. Don't trade 15, 20 pairs. Learn three or four confluences that you really like. And how do you do that? Most people do not want to do the work. Just think, what do people don't want to do? And you go do that. People don't want to backtest. Like, there's a reason why 90% of traders are unprofitable. Like, no one want to do the work. And if you want to be profitable, if you want to be in the 10%, let's say, you have to do what the 90% refuses to do. And the 90% refuses to backtest. So literally, if you just hammer your head down with backtesting with a proper tool, like for example FX Replay. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not anything. I wish, but I'm not. Um, but like, just get FX Replay. It's $40 a month or something like that, and you don't need to blow accounts day after day after day after day. You can recreate your training environment. Like every athlete, if you trade like a professional, every professional athlete in the world has their own trading boot camp. If you see F1 drivers, they have camps where like they have simulators room where they're just simulating driving. Of course, it's not gonna be the same exact thing as driving, but it's very close to it. It's simulation. It's drilling the brain. It's something that like repetition. It just cannot be skipped. It's like any other skill. Any other skill needs repetition. And people says like, oh, it took me like 4 years to get profitable, 5 years. It's because the reps they took longer because they wait for their session and they trade that. And then when you put on a long time frame, it takes a long time. But then if you backtest and you do it 2 hours a day, every day, like you can cut your time by like four times, three times, half at least. You know, like would have take you 3 years would take you a year. Would take you 2 years would take you 8 months. I don't know. I'm not promising profitability, but I'm promising reps, and that works. Like if you just rep, and that's how you're gonna figure out your thing. Like learn all the concepts, and if you guys don't know the concept. If you don't know the concept, please leave a comment. I will make a video explaining them in details. But if you don't learn them and then backtest them, it's not that difficult. I swear to you. Like the moment you're human, you have an insane skill that can learn. Like we have the ability to learn. Don't say like, no, I'm different. I cannot. Everyone can learn. Just repeat it day after day after day after day, one step and you just don't overthink the whole situation. One step, one step, one step, and it will work. I promise you it will work. Like, you cannot fail, trust me. Like, if you do it enough times, you cannot fail. So please leave a comment if you want me to make a video about that, and much love, good luck.